Hello students, I would like to welcome you at the page of Sikhavanti International Academy, Sikar. Today, this chapter is for class 12th from the book Flamingo, and the chapter name is Deep Water, written by William Douglas. Deep water, you can see that the image in the above, that a guy who is going to dive, he is going to shrink inside the water. So you would see that how would be the imagination of this chapter. I'll come to know. We will come to know in just few seconds. But before going to the meaning of the chapter, just go through the writer who had written this wonderful chapter, one of his life experience, that how big trouble he had been through. So now, deep water. William Douglas, 1898 to 1980, was born in Maine, Minnesota. Minnesota is a place in US, United States of America. After graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching in high school in Yakima. Yakima is also in US. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. He met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale. Yale is mean, my dear students, Yale is university, Yale University. So he met with Franklin D. Roosevelt. Now, who is Roosevelt? Roosevelt is I can say that he is a politician and he had a big career in the politician, to whom Mr. William Douglas met with him. And Roosevelt, who was a politician, and on as well as and at he became the 32nd president of the US. So he is very big personality, as well as he was a big he they met, or they was a good friends of each other. So here, as he was the 32nd president, as well as, my dear students, that our prime minister currently, Mr. Narendra Das Modi, he is a 14th prime minister of our country. So, but we are talking about Roosevelt. Roosevelt is our of 32nd number of president of US. Now, so he met, Mr. Douglas met with him at the university. The name of the university was Yale, and become an advisor and friend to the president. And he became the friend, as well as advisor for the president. Douglas was a leading advocate of a individual rights. Rights means that he was talking about the rights, so he was an advocate. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years and remained the longest serving justice in the history of court. Now here, my dear students, just for a second. Now here, Douglas was the leading advocate of individual rights. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years and remained the longest serving justice in the history of the court. So he spent his almost 36 years in the services of people, that he was fighting against the justice. He was always in the favor of those people who are considered to be deprived and have no rights. So he was always talk about the rights of the people. The following excerpt is taken from O Man and Mountain Boy, William Douglas, nearly drowned in a swimming pool. My dear students, that there is a word which means is drown. Now, drown means dubna. Now here, that William Douglas is talking about his own personal life, that he was almost drowned in a swimming pool. In this essay, he talks about his fear of water and thereafter, how he finally overcome it. Now here in this chapter, the his fear for the water. That first he had met with an incident, that he was almost about to dive. He was almost about to drown inside the swimming pool, and but after that somehow he managed to escape, and how he finally overcome the fear of water, how he become a conqueror of water, as he was having a great fear, he was having a great terror whenever he see any lake, any river. So but now, how he is talking about that, how I came to overcome, how I just got victory on my fear. Notice how the autobiographical part of the section is used to support his discussion of fear. So now in this autobiographical part, autobiographical means, my dear students, that something is written on the personal life. That if I want to write, if you want to write your autobiography, but like definitely we are must be some achieve, we have must have achieved something in the eyes of whole country. That is when we comes to know at the level of to do something that people can know about ourselves. So that autobiography, the Amitabh Bachchan, many, Sachin Tendulkar, these people have written their autobiography because that they are so popular, they are known by each and every individual of our country, but also apart from the country as well as. So this is the discussion of the writer as well as. Now main thing is that now here, William Douglas, what happened when he was so small, when he was almost 10 to 12 years old, he came to know that near his surrounding there was a swimming pool is established. So he was so curious to learn or to have a great enjoy or relax his body to in this field, because he was very happy to that one swimming pool is going to be organized, and now he was so excited to take a participation in it. So finally he got it there, and almost 1 week he had been continuously going there for the classes, and not classes, but he was learning each and everything by the people who were gathered over there, the students, the children who went there for the swimming. And he, what he did, he copied them and start taking a bath inside it. But he was so feared, because earlier when he was almost very young, then what happened, his father had taken him one of the near the lake, and the lake wave had been drawn almost both of them, but finally the father had escaped and he as well as escaped, but he was rolled down inside the water. And from that period of time, that the fear of water has been stick to his mind. And now after a few years, now he is in the swimming pool. But what happened, for a week everything was going smooth and fine, but suddenly what happened, one day there was no one inside the swimming pool, and he was sitting idle because he was waiting for someone that that he can uh, have a company of somebody, but there was nobody. But suddenly one muscular guy, one of the one of person who one of boy who was so tall, he came, and what he did, he just made a fun with him. He just jumped this person, he just lift this person, Mr. Douglas, as well as thrown him into the water. And then after, he was almost about to die, because he was a learner, he was not able to swim, as well as he didn't know the skill of swimming. So he was in very panic situation. He thought that once I'll get the bottom, because the swimming pool height was almost 9 feet, that much dive it was, and the deep uh, the deep water was almost 9 feet. So, and he was almost about to dive. So but when he was going to shrink inside the water, he made a plan that once I'll touch the floor, I'll gather my strength and pull myself upside. And but it was not happen, because the he was so exhausted, he was so tired, he was, because the water was being slowed by him, and whenever he was trying to take breathe, and almost, as well as his lungs, his all the parts of his inside the organs were almost tired, his legs looking like that paralyzed, his hands were not moving, that he was out of the strength, almost he thought that I'm about to die. But suddenly he was escaped. And what happened after that, how he overcome his fear, we will come to know in this part. Now, it had happened when I was or 11-year old. I had decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima. So it had happened when I was 10 or 11-year old. So the Mr. Douglas is talking about that when I was 10 or 11-year old, I had decided to learn to swim. So he decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima. Yakima is, I have told you, yeah, what is Yakima? Yakima, let me give you a proper introduction of this Yakima. In the map, you see that, my dear students. In the second page of the chapter, you see that this is the river. Yakima is a river. So at the coast of this river, the city is established, which name also kept on the name of the river Yakima. So here, this city is also very famous for the this river. So that's the Yakima. So he was living near the Yakima river, and his place, his hometown was near the Yakima. So that's the name of also his hometown. That offered exactly the opportunity. So here, the YMCA swimming pool center or organization, which is providing and which is offering an opportunity to everyone who are living inside the Yakima. The Yakima River was treacherous. Treacherous means very dangerous, as well as it can cheat you, because the water was so thrilled, and it was so broad river. As you know that in our country there are many rivers which are so broad, which are so in big in length. So the water flow is so fast. So it was, the writer is saying that the river was a treacherous, means a, a kind of a dangerous as well as deceiver, that it can deceive you. You will see that you can easily swim, you can cross the river, but it will deceive you, it will take you inside it, because many people have been lost their life to have this riskful decision that they can dive, they can take a swim inside it. But the water was so heavy, the water was so powerful, it can lead person strength in along with it. And the you don't know that how deep is inside this the river inside. So that's why he is saying that the river is not only dangerous but also deceiver means dhokebaj. Mother continuously warned against it. My mother always continuously warned me to not to go to inside the river, and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drawing in the river. And my mother always trying to tell me the figure, those people who have lost their life. My mother always trying to keep make my memories that you have to always aware or be aware yourself with the water of Yakima. But the YMCA pool was safe. But okay, yes, that the river is not safe, but there was a swimming pool which name was YMCA, which was quite safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end. Shallow end means the starting point. Once you will go inside the swimming pool, when the swimming pool starts from where the water is there, that from the initial stage, from the initial beginning, the actually, you have seen that the swimming pool is in this slanting position. So here in the beginning point, the water is almost 2 to 3 deep feet, and while at the 9 feet deep at the other. But the from the first side, from the first shore, or from the first bank of the swimming pool, the water level is almost 2 3 feet. But on the other side, the water is almost 9 feet deep inside. The drop was gradual. Now here, what is mean drop? Drop means the deep. The deep is so normal. So I got pair of water wings and went to the pool. Water wings means that you have seen there was a protector, safety protector, which will not let you die inside the water, or which will not let you drown inside the water. So these are the safety protector. He he bounded it on his arm, and now he is trying to jump inside the swimming pool, means like where the water is almost 2 3 feet deep. I hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs. The writer is saying that in when I was 10 or 11 year, my first day was so embarrassed because I had a very skinny, very sink or very thin legs, so weak legs, and that's why I hate my legs and I don't want to show them in the public or in the swimming pool, because where are the number of students, number of children were also gathered over there. But I subdued my pride and did it. But I under controlled my pride and I did it. And under control means I just ignore the embarrassment, and I just underpower that how big, how crucial moment is this, how proudful moment is this, because now after a long period of time I'm get together with the water. I'm first time giving myself to the water. It's the first time after a long period of time. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. Aversion means not interested. Like in the beginning, I was not interested. I was not interested in the water when I was in it. This started when I was 3 or 4 year old, and father took me to the beach in California. California is a place inside, you know very well, inside the USA. It's a state. So at the beach of California, me and my father, we been there, and what happened? He and I stood together in the surf. Surf means where the waves continuously move. We were just standing at the surf, at the shore of the sea. I hang on to him, yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me. And now what happened? I was hanged when the waves were coming, when the big waves, giant waves were approaching to us. What I did, I just hung on my father's shoulder. And but after that, what happened? The water was so forceful that water had dragged me as well as my father inside it, and we were fall down, and the water had swept over me, means that water had covered me all over. My whole parts were inside the water. I was buried in water. Now, here, how you would see, my dear students, how beautifully the skill of the writer has, how his writing skills are so praisable, because you would see that some sentences are so extraordinary and so easy to understand. Now, here, I was buried in water. Now, buried, you would see, my dear students, how a person can bury inside the water. A person is buried after the death inside the earth or inside the land, because it's a funeral, it's a custom of those people who are from non-muslim, non-hindu community like muslim and christian. They people just buried their death ones or their dead ones. My breath was gone. I was frightened. Father laughed, and now I was out of breath because I had swallowed lots of water inside it, and I was so frightened. Frightened means I was so scared. Father laughed. Look at me. My father started laughing. But there was the terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves. Now, from that beginning, since that period of time when me and my father was inside the California, and we were just having a bath inside the at the coast of the beach, and from that terror has been always spreaded over me, that this terror of water has always had given me a kind of a fear which I cannot forget, I cannot neglect, because from that day I knew that the overpowering means how powerful the water is, how force the water force is so powerful, and the waves. And so that's why he is saying that he is giving his little bit introduction when he first time had this panic situation where he was almost about to die, but somehow he was safe. But now the threaten the fear of water was still inside his heart, while whether he is inside the pool where he is inside the swimming YMCA. My introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and stirred childish fear. And now, what he is saying, the my introduction, my initial days of YMCA swimming pool revived now revived unpleasant memories. Now here, my dear students, revived means again relive. That this introduction of the swimming pool had taken awakened my oldest memory, which were so unpleasant memories, and stirred means stopped. Arouse, stirred means arouse a childish fear. And this, when I saw first time the water in that much quantity inside the swimming pool, my oldest memory, my childish memory started arousing, and that fear was again overspreading me. But in the little while I gathered confidence. I paddled with my new water wings, watching the other boys and trying to learn by apping them. Apping them means copy them, mimic them. What I did, but somehow I was able to manage my confidence, and I just let myself inside the swimming pool, and where the water was almost 2 3 feet deep. And what I did, I was just paddling my feet inside the water, and what I was, how and why I was doing, because the other children were also doing, so I was just copying them to learn some basic skills of the swimming pool. I did this 2 or 3 times on different days, and was just beginning to feel at easy in the water when the misadventures happened. So, as it was almost 2 3 days, I had continuously doing this, and this doing these things like going inside the swimming pool almost 2 3 deeps, where the water is side, and I was just copying the people, copying the students, or copying the children who were gathering over there for the swimming, and it was looking little bit easy. But suddenly, what happened? And misadventure happened with me. And what misadventure happened with the William Douglas, we will come to know in this paragraph. I went to the pool when no one else was there. The place was quiet, the water was still, and the tiled bottom was as white as clean as bathtub. So what happened? I went to the pool when no one else was there. So as I have told you in the beginnings, that one day what he was doing, what he went inside the swimming pool, and what he saw, that at the YMCA there was nobody inside the swimming pool. So what he did, the place was quiet means very peaceful. The whole place was so peaceful. The water was still. The water was not moving. It was just constant still. And the tiled bottom. Tiled means that you know that for our home we put tiles on the floor to make, or on the walls as well, as to make look so nice. So the bottom of the swimming pool was constructed by the tiles, and was as white as clean as a bathtub. So as the level of the bottom of the swimming pool was as white, as clean as the bottom of our bathtub in our houses. I was timid about going in the alone. I was timid means I was scared to go inside the water or in the swimming pool. So I was so scared. So I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. So I didn't enter inside the swimming pool, in the pool. And what I did, I just wait outside to that I was waiting for somebody, that if somebody will come, so under his guidance, under his eyes, so I'll take my little bit bath. I had not been there long when I came a big brochure of a boy. Now here, what happened? I was not spending too much time inside the in the pool. What happened then? We just after a while, once I entered in the swimming pool, what I did, I saw a big brochure boy, of a boy. Brochure means, my dear students, a bully type of person. a bull type of boy, probably 18-year old. And how old I was almost 10 to 11. But the guy who entered in the swimming pool where no was inside along with me, and he was only there, and he was so bull type of person, and probably 18-year old, probably means maybe 18-year old. He had thick hair on his chest. So on his chest there was a thick hairs. He was a beautiful physical specimen. Specimens mean my dear's model. So now he is physically so fit. He was so beautiful. He was so attractive. He was so nice in his appearance, with legs and arms that showed rippling muscles. Now here he had a very, by looking his arms, by looking his legs, muscles were looking so amazing, that he was looking so muscular, so a kind of a bodybuilder type of person he was. He yelled, he spoke, he screamed, "Hi, skinny!" Skinny means a person who is so thin in his figure, that is known as skinny. So he just made a comment, just trying to harass him or just trying to bully him. And what he said that, "Hi, skinny, how would you like to be ducked?" Now, what he's asked, how would you like to be ducked? How would you like to be go inside the water? How would you feel? How would you feel if I throw you inside the water? With that, he picked me up and tossed me into the deep end. Now, toss means throw. So the boy who entered in the swimming pool, what he did first, he asked me, "How if I throw you inside the water?" And while saying these words, the boy had lifted this William Douglas and throw him inside the water. Now, picked him and toss. Toss means throw. Now, I landed in a sitting position, and the writer is saying, when the boy threw me inside the water, when I landed, I reached at the surface of the bottom in a sitting position, as I was already in the position when before jumping, before throwing inside the water. Swallowed water. Once I went in the water, first I just took the breath, but while taking the breath, the water has been swallowed by me. Swallowed means nigalna. And went at once to the bottom. I was frightened, but not yet frightened out of my wits. So I was going to the bottom, and that time I was frightened, but I was not that much frightened that I become crazy. I become out of my mind. So out of my wits means out of mind. That I was not that much become crazy, that I have lose the senses. I have lose my all the ability of mind. So I was still in the mind. I was still in my wits, my knowledge, my power of mind was still there, but I was frightened, of course. On the way down, I planned, when my feet hit the bottom, I would make a big jump, come to the surface, lie flat on it, and paddle to the edge of the pool. Now, what the writer is saying, that as that guy had thrown me inside the water, I was still in panic. I was in the mode of frightened, but I was not that much frightened that I have lose my sensing. I have lost the power of the sense, the common sense. I was still in my consciousness. I was still in my mind. I can still use my wits. I can use my mind. So what I did, I made a plan while I was going slowly and gradually inside the bottom, inside the water, and at the bottom. So I made a plan. And what I made a plan, I made the plan that once my feet will touch the bottom, I will jump upwards and come to the out of the surface of the water, and I'll paddle my feet, I'll paddle my foot, and I'll go near the bank or near the shore of the swimming pool, or near the edge of the swimming pool. So this was his plan. But is it happen? Actually, is it so easy? Let's see. It seemed a long way down. Those 9 feet were more like 90. Now here, It seemed a long way down. When I personally realized that I'll make this plan,